My next goal that I would talk to you about is the the various online and promoting transparency through our website and different social media. We had a lofty goal to have that done in December, January, and then we regrouped and came back and rolled that out on July 1st. But there went a lot into that and managing that whole expectation. We did create a brand new image for the town. Now, we did consolidate the vast majority of our social media accounts and streamline that messaging and the process by which that occurs, making sure that we have one message from the town, consolidated and speaking to address all the different needs. But one of the things that admittedly I was not able to do was the blanket contracting. Here's why I think blanket contracting is important. Last year we had 4 different accounts for heating oil here in town. And we had a different price on each one of them. But we could have probably saved, not probably, we would have saved funding if we had consolidated all that into one contract in servicing each department at a discounted price for all of it. That's blanket contracting. It's allowable under Mass General Law.
30B.
30B. And it's something that we are going to use. You just have to watch the news today and realize that if you're not ready for an emergency when it happens, it will be a very trying time for any municipality. Achieving this is the gold standard if we are EMAP. I originally thought this would take us about 2 years. It's probably, Chief is knee-deep into it now and wading through it. And it's probably going to take another 2 years, just because it is SOP intensive and a lot of things, a lot of plans that the town doesn't have currently or they're out of date, like the hazard mitigation plan, is going to take some effort. So in this year, we're going to redouble our efforts. You will probably see a budget that will potentially ask us either for free cash or for additional fundings for emergency management. As I look at the town of North Attleboro, right, one of the key factors that jumps off the plate to me is the percentage of residential to commercial, industrial, and that split is currently at 88-12. As we look to grow the town in the future, one of the things that we're going to have to look at and examine is how do we grow the town smartly? There are some things that are on the horizon that I'm looking at that we need to be very much prepared for. The cost of the high school renovation or build, the cost of Tri-County, the need for a new fire headquarters and station that exists. Those all cost money. In our current budget today, could we afford any of those? The answer is no. But when those come in, the bill starts to pay. Can we be in a position to do that? Yes, there is a path I see that doesn't include a debt exclusion, an override for sure. If we were able to grow the town smartly, we could pay for all of these new items. We took $25,000 and created a buy local program. The cards are all gone. They're all out. The one problem we have is nobody's redeeming the cards. If the merchants want to continue that program, we're happy to let them do it. We're not going to let the cards expire tomorrow, but I think we'll probably set an expiration date on it sometime in the future and make sure that that's well advertised. I think it worked. I'd like it to work better, but at the end of the day, I don't think you'll see me come back and ask for additional funding for the Big Red Box program. The mall did sell. Cohen Properties did purchase the mall. We have approached them and sent numerous emails and attempts to contact them, even through our attorneys, to figure out what are you doing with the mall now that you own it, right? And they have not returned our calls. To date, they have not missed a payment or any part of that aspect, but we're still working very aggressively to get into the and have a seat at the table and have a discussion.
I like the fact that you're willing to track yourself and show us what you've done, what you have been able to do, what you haven't been able to do, and what you're still working on. I just appreciate the openness of it and how transparent it is. And when we try things that maybe don't work as originally hoped for, we just move on, try something else. And I do appreciate the detail.